Si es tarde en la noche y tienes hambre, elige bien. Elige la Baconator.
Hey folks, I am back. Live. Again. Like I promised.
Hablando de incluido, pidan lo que quieran. ¿En serio? Y coman lo que quieran. ¿Más? Acostúmbrate a recibir aún más. Cámbiate a T-Mobile y además de llevarte el iPhone 14 por cuenta nuestra en nuestro plan Go 5G Plus, obtén roaming de datos en 21 países de Latinoamérica, incluido México.
Antes enjuagaba los platos porque mi otro detergente no los limpiaba bien. Pero con el nuevo Cascade Platinum Plus ahora los lavo de manera diferente. Restregar, remojar, no. Solo remuevo, cargo y listo.
Solo Platinum Plus es más grande. Con el doble poder le dan contra la grasa y doble poder para restregar. Puedo cargar así y sale así. No soy el tipo que rompe.
It's gonna be a long game, folks.
Remueve, carga, listo. Nuevo Cascade Platinum Plus. Atrévete a lavar platos. Diferente.
Estaremos ahí por si le pasa algo a tu auto en este día especial.
Mamá, para eso tengo State Farm.
Es que es peligroso manejar en carretera.
Si pasa algo, le mando un texto a mi agente. Tranquilos. State Farm está ahí las 24 horas.
Good pull.
Amor, como un buen vecino, State Farm está ahí. Llama para obtener una cotización hoy. Nicolás, te amo. Cuanto mejor duermes, más animada te sientes. Ven ahora mismo a la venta de
Yeah, I'll be right back, folks. I'm gonna go take a quick shower. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Baconator performance. Baconator, night, how about I'll have a night cravings Baconator.
They're learning. Baconator, la noche es el comienzo del día.
Get on fire.
Si es tarde en la noche y tienes hambre, elige bien. Elige la Baconator de Wendy's.
All right, well, we're back here, Buck and I, Buck Martinez, Dave Fleming, live watching the pregame ceremonies. All the players been introduced, they're lining up. We've had the Canadian anthem. We'll have the national anthem coming up here in a moment. Cool scene.
Very cool seeing players obviously up on the field, and there's a group of youngsters that were greeting them as they came down the red carpet, and it's a great setup here and a beautiful afternoon, and this is what everybody thinks about when you think about an All-Star game.
This is what it should look and feel like. All right, now we're ready to go with the United States national anthem. This is Company Guard from the Military District of Washington with drum cadence from the United States Air Force Band from Washington, D.C. Here to honor America with the singing of our national anthem. Please welcome singer, songwriter, and actress Kiana Lede.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets wrecked the land, the bombs bursting and never gave proof through the night that
Nothing was still there. Oh, say does that star spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Come on in, everybody.
Just beautiful. So there are the anthems, the introductions coming up when we come back to Seattle. We'll have the ceremonial first pitch right after this.
Yeah, again, I'll be trying to be laid back.
The new Range Rover Velar, designed to intrigue.
Go.
If it's casino time, it's entertainment time, excitement time, fun time, decision time, hold your breath time. Whatever your game.
I hope I
Get
put the
playing,
phone mode
get
on.
fast payouts, get the casino experts. Get it streamed live from our casinos. Get to Grosvenor. Visit grosvenorcasinos.com. Deposit £20 and play with 50. Grosvenor. It's entertainment time.
The search is heating up for the people who make football better. People like
Come on in, everybody.
It really is about putting mums on the pitch where they belong.
Ginny the mower.
It might only be a council field next to the tip, but round here it's Wembley.
Rachel O'Sullivan and Sophie Downing.
Bringing women's football to a wider audience.
Entries are rolling in. Who's your real football number one? Nominate them today and they could win a money can't buy experience with Sky Bet Prize Drop. Sky Bet, the UK's #1 betting app.
I'm an idea man. So I enlisted a team of folks to restore my cars in ways that are less harmful to the planet.
Oh wow.
I can't leave it alone. Sorry, dude, it's a hybrid.
Brand new Dowley's Dream Cars.
Buckle the hell up.
A new episode every week. Stream now on Discovery Plus.
From tonight's ceremonial first pitch, then a pair of legendary mariners. Please join us as we welcome back seven-time All-Star and National Baseball Hall of Famer number 11, Edgar Martinez. And 13-time All-Star and National Baseball Hall of Famer, number 24, Ken Griffey Jr. And Edgar's pitches, 4 All-Stars and Mariner Hall of Famers themselves. Number 6, Dan "The Man" Wilson. And number 19, the Bone J. Buehler. Nice pitches and nice catches. Thanks for being here.
The ball's in a strike to Martinez.
Line up, left field line for formation. It's coming alive. They're going to win it in. The throw to the plate will be late. The Mariners are going to play for the American
great Seattle sports moment there. The great Dave Niehaus on the call. 1995, an incredible come-from-behind series win against the Yankees.
Yeah, tremendous athletes on the field. Of course, Edgar Martinez got the hit. Ken Griffey Jr. scored from first base, and the celebration was on. And they're such classy players. Obviously, both Hall of Famers, but they played the game the right way. They were respected by players and fans and everybody involved in the game, and they still have a great presence here in the city of Seattle.
And you and I are looking around this ballpark, and we're seeing lots of Ken Griffey jerseys and Edgar Martinez jerseys all these years later. When we come back to Seattle, lineups and first pitch, here we go. The All-Star Game coming up next.
Everyone has their favorites. Favorite sport, favorite team, favorite players, favorite bets. Everyone's different. Life would be pretty dull if you all like the same thing. However, there is one thing we can all agree on. Bet365 is the world's favourite online betting brand. And please, gamble responsibly.
Oak Furnitureland, we know it's what's inside
Hey,
that
man.
really matters.
For the fans,
That's why all our sofas
you
come
guys
with
got
a
the
lifetime
chat
frame
temporarily.
guarantee. That's
Turn down the
lasting.
volume on the
You can
TV
trust. And Oak Furniture
so I don't get the
sofa.
copyright. Okay.
The real difference.
That's just an FYI for everybody who's watching.
When did you lose some? 7 of hearts. Checkmate. Mr. Q have over 900 of the best sort of casino games. So, win or lose, you'll have some jolly good fun. And all winnings are paid in cash.
For no-nonsense fun, head to MrQ.com.
Let's stay positive, everyone. Thanks for your time.
Not to the kids.
Mikhail.
Great presentation. I loved your performance. Can we swap shirts?
Yeah, we can swap. All right, Dominic, I'll see you at 2 o'clock.
Bye, Dom.
Here you go.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
To the Pacific Northwest, the host for the 2023 Major League Baseball All-Star Game all-time. The American League leads. That was not the case for a while. The National League dominated the All-Star Game for many, many years, but the NL hasn't won since 2012, which is almost impossible to believe. Third time the All-Star Game's been hosted by Seattle. There have been some of the game's great players have been named All-Star MVP twice. Willie Mays, they used to say the All-Star Game was invented for Willie Mays, Steve Garvey, Gary Carter. Cal Ripken Jr. was MVP last time the game was in Seattle. Mike Trout was elected as a starter. He's hurt, obviously, so he won't play, but he's been a 2-time MVP for the American League. He's been right in the middle, Buck, of this era where the AL has dominated this game.
Yeah, it's really interesting. We talked to both managers about, is there a rivalry between the National League and American League? And both managers said, no, not anymore, because everybody goes from league to league almost on an annual basis. But when Dusty played in his first All-Star game, Pete Rose came up to him and says, Dusty, we don't lose this game. That's when the National League had dominance. The American League was the junior circuit, and they always felt inferior. But back then, it was all about winning, and that's why Willie Mays, he played the complete game 10 times in his career. Nowadays, they play 4 or 5 innings and they're out. Mays was always on the field representing that great San Francisco Giant team.
And both managers told us they're going to try to get everybody in the game. They feel like that's part of the All-Star experience. It's also a big experience for these umpires. Todd Titchener, the crew chief, he'll be behind home plate. Todd, the replay umpire, Jim Wolf, are the only 2 of the crew that have ever been here before. So you got a lot of first-time All-Star umpires.
Trip Gibson, who will be at second base, is a native of Seattle. I met him and his 2 boys and his wife the other day here in town. They're all excited to be here. Stu Sherwire is from Canada. Terrific Major League umpire for a long time. So, yeah, this is a thrill for the umpires as well.
For the trainers, for the coaches, for everybody who gets to come here and be a part of it. And that's, I think, You know, you were talking about the era where this was such a rivalry. There was so much pride, and maybe that's gone. The leagues are so close together now, so interconnected. Players change leagues much more frequently than they used to. So maybe that part of the rivalry has dissipated. But this is still a celebration of the game and all that's great about the game. And tonight, a little history. I mean, Rob Thompson is the first Canadian-born manager in All-Star Game history.
Yeah, he sure is. I think you could really spice things up if you went back to a USA versus the world format. I think it's kind of like the WBC. You and I both did the WBC this spring, and that's intense baseball. And I think if you said, okay, we're going to have the USA against the world, I think you'd get everybody participating and playing for their pride.
You'd have a pretty balanced roster. I mean, the star power on both sides would be equal, and that's not a bad idea. Rob Thompson, who is thrilled to be here. Dusty Baker's been here before as an All-Star manager. First time he's been here coming off a World Championship, though, as a manager.
Yeah, for his first World Championship last year, of course, with the Astros, and Dusty's a two-time All-Star himself. And he talked about his experience, but right now he's very concerned about getting the players in the game and out of the game and back to their respective teams in one piece.
And he did say he really puts a priority on getting everybody in, family, friends. They go to great effort and expense to get here and celebrate their loved ones. Both managers have been around the game a long time. Obviously, huge difference in managerial experience, but I think in a way, Buck, cut from the same cloth. Two guys who just live and breathe the game.
Yeah, they're certainly baseball lifers. They have been in the game a long time. And Rob Thompson told us earlier today he was going to retire at the end of his coaching career last year. Then he got the interim coaching job, interim managing job in Philadelphia, went to the World Series, and now who knows how long he's going to continue to manage that great Phillies team.
He can't quit now. The Phillies are a contending team once again. Dusty, the whole sport celebrated, except for maybe everybody here in Seattle. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of love for the Astros in this town, but the whole sport celebrated Dusty's World Championship this last October. Just a guy who has done everything in the game, except for as a manager win that World Series ring. And he accomplished it last year. He's in charge of the American League team, trying to extend that run of dominance in this game.
He's done a lot of good things in this All-Star game. He brought Billy North on as an honorary coach. Billy North, a great player with the Oakland A's all those years. He also had Ralph Garr here. And he and Dusty grew up together in the Braves system, and Ralph Garr was a terrific player, scout for a long time, and he and Dusty remained great friends. Cito Gaston was here as well. He's won 2 World Series, and Dusty himself told me earlier this year, I win 1 World Series, and all of a sudden I'm a Hall of Fame manager. Cito's won 2, and he doesn't even get consideration. Cito Gaston gets overlooked for that role.
There's one thing about Dusty, he's just so good at celebrating the history of the game, the players and folks who allowed him to accomplish what he's accomplished. His American League team, the home team, of course, here in Seattle, and they take the field at T-Mobile Park. Garrett Cole's going to be the starting pitcher. The Yankees are not as represented as they usually are, but they do have the starting pitcher. Let's start with the lineup for the National League, and it begins at the top, Buck, with Ronald Acuna Jr., who, as a leadoff hitter, I mean, you could say Ricky Henderson, maybe George Springer, but there are not many who've ever been like he is.
Nah, he's terrific. Speed and power combination, much like Ricky Henderson, and you see he's only played with 100-plus RBIs and 100-plus steals since 2019. He's exciting. He's a very good outfitter. Freeman, Betts, Martinez, 3 Dodgers in a row. Nolan Arenado got off to a terrible start offensively, but he's turning things around. We already talked about the greatness of Luis Arraez and his bat control. Sean Murphy, he is a terrific catcher 2 ways, defensively and with the bat. Corbin Carroll has taken the National League by storm with his speed and great defensive skills as well.
And he's a Seattle kid, so a thrill for him to be back in his hometown. Garrett Cole, I think he's thrilled. You know, he's been an All-Star, Buck, 6 times, but this will be the first time he gets to start the game.
Yeah, another thing that he has never done, he's never won a Cy Young Award. The closest he came was a few years ago when he was with Houston. He finished second to his teammate Justin Verlander, so that's another thing that he wants to get off of his bucket list. Terrific, terrific stuff. 4-seam fastball, top of the zone. He's got great command of his fastball. He used to throw a two-seam fastball. No longer does he do that, and we'll get into that as this inning goes on. But he can really carve up the strike zone with multiple pitches, and he's always got that powerful fastball.
And the fastball's been in some ways better than ever. It's graded out as just about the most valuable pitch in the sport in the first half. So Garrett Cole gets the honor of starting this All-Star game. You get a young man who's part of the Make-A-Wish Foundation who's being included in the start of this game. And why not just let him run and keep going?
That's absolutely incredible. It's to stand out there and see his heroes and then the fans acknowledging him.
I think he'd like to high-five everybody in the crowd, too.
What a beautiful moment.
So that's a great way to get the game started here in Seattle.
Julio Rodriguez out from the dugout, and I'm sure that local boy really understands the impact of Rodriguez and Julio. Good on him to get out there to be part of this celebration.
They're not that different in age. Julio's 22 years old and playing an all-star game in his home ballpark. We're going to get a play ball. Let's hear it.
Play ball!
We are.
Damn right.
Buck, I think that means we can start.
Absolutely beautiful. Good on you, Braden.
So just a gorgeous evening here. Might not be the
hell you
easiest time to
passed?
hit. It's kind of
Yeah,
a
I don't
start
know.
time.
Watch a damn All-Star game.
The pitchers dominate early on. Not going to be easy for Garrett Cole. This National League lineup is loaded, and it starts right away with Ronald Acuna Jr. having an all-time great first half. And here we go from Seattle. The very first pitch of the game is called a ball by our home plate umpire, Todd Tichenor.
Todd Tichenor, the home plate umpire, says.
Leads the National League in OPS, steals.
Ball one.
Leads everybody in baseball in runs scored. He drives that one to right field and hit well to the wall and caught at the wall. What a play, Adolis Garcia. Acuna, can't believe it.
Absolutely incredible. Acuna's used to doing that himself out in right field, but Adolis Garcia starts things off with a terrific defensive play. He didn't see it initially off the bat, that sun giving him all kinds of problems in right field, but he finally picked it up and caught it just before he hit the fence out there in right.
Come on in.
He's known for his arm. That was just a heck of a play.
Heck of a play. That was a great play.
The extra base hit away from Acuna.
I don't think he quite stole a home run. It was close. Now that would have been fitting if Ronald Acuna had led off the game with a home run, considering how often he does that.
Another good look at the
Yeah.
by Garcia. He didn't see the ball initially, but he stayed with it and picked
Let's
it
go.
up.
Freddie Freeman fouls that one away.
Freddie Freeman fouls that one away.
Acuna in disbelief, and you're right. He's done that to so many others. One, two. Freeman stays alive.
Freddie Freeman, 7-time All-Star, and you can see continues to put up consistent numbers year in and year out. Leads major leagues with 31 doubles.
2 pitch. Freeman drives that one the other way. Arozarena at the wall. He catches it. What, are we going to have a highlight play every hitter of the game? My goodness.
And there's that Arozarena pose. He loves this action. How about these two kids? They grew up in Cuba. They were roommates in the minors with the Cardinals, and they start this All-Star game with 2 terrific catches.
Impossible. Truly. The best of friends. And mirror images those plays. The first 2 hitters of the night. Wow.
You know, you talk about a special season. We had the World Baseball Classic where Arozarena really established himself as a star.
Garrett Cole thinking, can you guys come back to New York with me? Mookie Betts grounds out. That was just routine. Nothing else about the start of the
That
game.
was just routine.
It was routine. Garcia, Arozarena, all-star kind of defense. We are off and running in Seattle.
We're off and running, folks. We are off and running like no. Who else is ready? I just got out of a nice comfy shower, so that's why I'm not on camera right now. But yeah, let's hit it up, hit it up, hit it up. If we get to 100 likes, I can tell you this much. YouTube will show us out.
Google Pixel, proud partner of the England.
Yeah.
At Simba, we've re-engineered the mattress with 10 unique hybrid layers.
Come on in if you're watching any other game tonight. The one on your screen is faster than the one I got going on my TV. Yeah, be right back, folks, again.
Immerse yourself at the heart of the peloton with our unparalleled coverage. Feel the full effect of the Tour de France with every stage live and on demand on Discovery Plus.
I know that. I need something to wet my goddamn whistle.
Well, the ballpark here in Seattle, Buck, is still buzzing. The two defensive plays we just watched to start this game.
Adonis Garcia in right field makes a terrific catch off the bat of Ron Acuna Jr. And then his Cuban countryman on the other side of the field, Andy Arozarena, makes a terrific catch in left field off the bat of Freddie Freeman. What a way to start the game.
Yeah, so the all-star performances already abounding in Seattle, and now the American League will come up against the starter for the National League. Zach Gallen, we'll talk about him in a moment. Marcus Semien will hit leadoff. The Rangers are dominating this lineup. Semien, Shohei Ohtani bats second. Of course, all eyes will be on Shohei. Arozarena, Corey Seager, Yandy Diaz from the Tampa Bay Rays, Garcia, Hayes, Young, and Jonah Heim.
Yeah, you heard the lineup.
Diamondbacks right-hander Zach Gallen, whose first pitch in his All-Star game career is a fastball high.
Yeah, he throws a lot of fastballs. A lot
Damn
of
right.
figures. He has a 23-7 record. He has been terrific for the Diamondbacks. He and Garrett Cole.
We got 5 likes on this thing here.
Cole in Houston, and now Strom is the pitching coach in Arizona, and they have really turned their careers around under his guidance.
I think they both give that pitching coach a lot of credit for their successes. Semien on the ground.
Semien on the ground.
Nolan Arenado, as he has done so many times, makes the play over at third base.
Makes the play over at third.
Semien retired, and now our first look. And we don't know how long Shohei Ohtani is going to be in this game. Relish every moment to get a chance to see an all-time, uniquely great player having an incredible season.
No shit.
Absolutely great numbers at the plate, great numbers on the hill.
Power, speed, pitching, hitting.
Ohtani faced Zach Gallen back on the 2nd of July when the Diamondbacks played the Angels, and Gallen struck him out twice and held Ohtani to an 0 for 3.
Oh. Strike.
He struck him out on that pitch right there on a 1-2 count, and then struck him out on another curveball that bounced in the dirt.
I do believe we have a little chant going around the ballpark now.
We got a chant going on.
The lines have come to Seattle. I think the Mariners fans are taking this opportunity to try to court Shohei. He's going to be a free agent at the end of this year.
If you are new here, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and make sure you guys hit that notification bell as well, because it always helps the streaming and it always helps the us out. One out walk.
Umpires do Sherwater knows better.
Yeah, I don't want to call him out in an all-star game. Not for a check swing.
Oh. Full count, 3-2.
Full count.
Goes down swinging.
Otani goes down swing.
Formula against Otani.
Yeah, and that was another knuckle curveball. He threw it down and in, and he set up the pitch very effectively. Threw him some fastballs away, a fastball in, and then comes back with that down and in knuckle curveball. Late break, swings over the top of it. That's the same pitch that Otani struck out against him back in Anaheim.
Hard to believe Zach Gallen's been traded twice in his young career already, from the Cardinals to the Marlins, from the Marlins to the D-backs. We're not going to trade him anytime soon.
No, not at all. He has been a real backbone of that rotation for sure.
So now Rosarena, first time
Rosarena.
No stranger, though, to the big stage. Postseason success in 2020, one of the great postseason runs any hitter has ever had.
Oh yeah, I gotta put that up on my other channel too. This game.
Played in Mexico and just put on a show. He's an exciting player, and everybody asked him about the 2020 postseason in the WBC. How can you perform in such pressurized situations? He said, baseball is not pressure.
He sure looks like he lives up to that. Takes that one inside, and he's ahead of the count 3-1 because he looks like he's always having fun.
Yeah, I asked him today about engaging with the fans, and he said, you know what, I'm an emotional guy, and I love to play in front of the fans and give them something to cheer for.
He pulls a base hit into left field, so we got our first hit of this All-Star game. He took a hit away on defense in the first, and now a 2-out single here in the bottom half. You can't take hits away and get hits. You got to pick one.
No shit.
Not fair. Freddie Freeman making the same point. You can't do both.
Now, that's a slider that he stays on and hooks it into the left field for a base hit. But he's a special player.
Well, now Corey Seager, what a great year he's having. The Texas Rangers are Rosarena runs. The throw. Got him!
Got him!
Well, into Arcia, maybe a little trash talking with the Rosarena. I like it. What a throw from Sean Murphy.
What a throw from Sean Murphy.
So we've had defense all around this ballpark. 2 catches in the outfield, and now this.
Sean Murphy's got a cannon for an arm, but look at the play by the Arcia. He stays on that low throw, puts the tag on a Rosarena.
We got 4 votes on this thing already, folks. So yeah, come on in. We're at commercial. Nothing. Just getting underway. 75% say the National League will win. 25% of you say the American League will win. By the 5th inning, I'm going to see what that percentage is. So if you haven't voted over there, go ahead and do so. Grab a beverage, grab something to drink, and stick around. You may learn something here.
When you play safe at Bet365.
Ah, the Thatcher's Farm. Slightly obsessed perfectionists making cider with nothing but love. I mean, why grow 8 varieties of apple when you can grow 450? Apple cider. Because happy apples make better cider. Here comes Martin Thatcher. Friday, 12:30, tasting time. He needs to hit the spot or not a drop will leave the farm. Yes! And that's why Thatcher cider tastes the way it does. Perfect.
The British fans are some of the most passionate in the world. Good evening, fight fans, and welcome to London. When you hear the support, it's almost impossible to not fight your heart. It's no hit.
Oh yeah.
Tremendous year, Nathan Eovaldi.
18 starts in the first half with a very good 10-3 record. His ERA is under 3, and he always has the strikeouts. This is his second All-Star appearance, and the opponents have managed just a .213 average against
New pitcher.
Of course, everybody
Pitching
remembers
change.
the great effort he had in the World Series against the Dodgers when he came out in relief and pitched 6 innings in that long extra inning game.
Of ours.
Red Sox hero for that performance alone. He faces an old Red Sox.
Nolan Arenado. 0-0 top of 2. Pitch clock in effect.
More home runs and RBIs than any player 35 or older in the big league. 6-time All-Star JD Martinez.
Ball.
Interesting. Basically, he and Justin Turner just switched teams. Justin Turner went to Boston, and he's having a good start to his season, and JD's doing the same for the Dodgers.
Nate Eovaldi made his debut with the Dodgers all the way back in 2011. And really, in some ways, he's never been better. You're going to see a few pitchers, I think, in this game tonight, Buck, who are in that category. Guys who are defying
2023 MLB Midsummer Classic.
Breaking ball just missed outside, but he's called for a swing on the appeal down to the first base umpire.
Now JD's thinking, well, now wait a minute. Shohei didn't get that call. 2-2.
2-2.
Eovaldi throwing to his catcher for the Rangers. We get a little Rochambeau going between dugouts.
Yeah, Gurriel and Guerrero, of course, teammates in Toronto up until this year.
So they're playing a little game before they get in the actual game. That one into left field, JD Martinez.
JD Martinez with a blooper. And he's the DH. Four-seam, splitter, cutter, change, slider. How many people in the chat?
Been pitching well for a long time. This is his 12th big league season.
Well, it feels like a Rangers game is broken now that he's on the mound too. Nolan Arenado, Cardinals third baseman, takes ball 1.
Cardinals third baseman takes ball 1.
Rangers on the field.
Yeah, and they deserve it the way they played, and certainly when Corey Seager came back with his hamstring injury, the team really took off. He missed about a month early in the season.
Corey Seager's having an amazing year. Texas Rangers, their first-year manager, Still, though, all their good play, only 2 games ahead of the defending World Series champs at the All-Star break. 2-0 to Arenado. Arenado fouls that one right back, straight back over the backstop. 5+ position players to start an All-Star game. That's the Rangers tonight. You got to go back, Buck, to one of the great teams of all time, the Big Red Machine.
Big Red Machine and Mancher, Morgan, Rose, Concepcion, and George Foster, 3 Hall of Famers and 2 pretty dominant players. Concepcion played forever in All-Star games. He had a great run of, I believe, 8 straight All-Star games and Gold Gloves. He was terrific. This guy has a few Gold Gloves on his mantle as well.
One of the great defensive players, I think, of all time. Nolan Arenado.
Yeah.
Gold Gloves.
Strikes and swings through that 3-1 pitch, so it's 3-2.
3-2.
10 Gold Gloves, 10 full big league seasons.
Brooks Robinson has the most gold gloves at third base. Brooksy had 16 gold gloves. Right
If you
now,
knew, he'll say hello in the chat.
they're tied with 10.
We always love to hear from ya.
Arnado got off to a bad start. The Cardinals have
Here are some of the umps.
this year, and I spoke to him yesterday about his start. I said, "What's different now?" He said, "I've started to get on top of the ball better." He said, "I was underneath it early in the season, but now, especially against a guy like Ovaldo who's got velocity, you got to stay on top of that baseball."
Runner at first, nobody out. National League hitting here in the top of the second. Arnado pops it up.
Arnado pops it out for number one.
It'll be Marcus Semien.
Marcus Semien.
Round number one. Arnado had a good battle there with Evaldi. Semien called off Corey Seager and Josh Young, the rookie third baseman. Who's
No shit.
Arnado's counterpart. All the great success that Arnado's had over the years. Josh Young is a rookie starting the All-Star game.
And he's committed just 3 errors. He's off to a great start defensively in his career.
How about this guy, Luis Ariz? Just amazing. Leads all of baseball in on-base percentage, batting average, the highest batting average at the All-Star break for anybody since Nomar in 2000.
Yeah, 383 average at the break, and he hits the ball all over the ballpark.
And he lines that one right back up the middle.
He lines that one right back up the middle.
Game hit is what he does.
Muffy.
Boy, he can swing the bat, and he just hits it all over the ballpark, and you can see 126
No,
hits, and
Luis Arias singles.
he only has 3 home runs, but nobody worries about that because he's on base all the time. He's an on-base machine.
No shit.
Of course, he
Now
was
you
under the
tell
guidance
us.
of great Rod Carew when he was with Minnesota. And
Well,
I
like-
talked about Carew today. He says, "Yeah, he's my godfather. He really helped."
The screen in front of you is a little behind of what I'm seeing on screen. There's one out.
Is carrying on that tradition.
Strike
Now the catcher, Sean Murphy, we saw him throw out
to Sean Murphy.
steal in the first inning. Look at those offensive numbers. All the great defense he provides.
He's 306, 17 homers.
OPS of almost 1,000.
OPS almost 1,000.
Behind the count 0-2.
Yeah, both of these catchers, they have played for Bob Melvin, who was a catcher in his big league career as well, and they have both credited Melvin with a lot of their success behind the plate. Jonah Heim and Sean Murphy both played with the A's. Murphy a lot longer than Jonah Heim.
0-2, and he stays alive. There's only one current Oakland Athletics player in the All-Star game. There are a lot of former A's, though, playing tonight.
Well, there sure are, and guys that have been traded away. Of course, Matt Olson of the Atlanta Braves. We'll see him a little bit later. Marcus Semien went to Toronto after he was traded from Oakland. Had a great year in Toronto. Semien's had a dramatic impact on the Blue Jays infielders himself with his work ethic and his routine.
Got it with the fastball.
Strike 3. Sit down, Sonny. Your inning is done.
The shadows here in
Anybody new here for the first time? Damn time.
Sun is just behind the mound now, and you can see plenty of the plate. The four-seam fastball at 94.
Got plenty of the plate.
Oh, what a cool moment here for young Corbin Carroll, rookie who grew up. I looked it up on the map today. He went to high school about 9 miles north of the ballpark at Lakeside High here in Seattle. He's got a big smile on his face. And he was elected as a starter in his rookie year. That's how great he's been.
But he's had a lot to do with the success of the
Ball is outside.
Lavello, the manager, has got a
Ball
lot of
is
players with
outside.
speed. They've
Ball
really taken
one.
advantage of their pitching. Their defense is terrific. They're not going to
Still
go
no
away
score.
anytime soon.
2 on, 2 out.
One hot though at first, and Yandy Diaz has it.
Yandy Diaz has it. Takes it to the bag. Now the American League coming up to the plate.
No runs. We'll go to the bottom of the second. It's
Bottom of 2.
Nothing All-Star game.
At Oak Furniture Land, we know you want
As we take
and what's on the inside really matters too.
a commercial break right with
Furniture.
there is one thing we can all agree on. Bet365 is the world's favourite online betting brand. And please, gamble responsibly.
If it's casino time, it's entertainment time. Excitement time. Fun time. Decision time. Hold your breath time. Whatever your game, get playing. Get fast payouts.
Come on in, folks.
Get street live. Get online and play Beat the Timer for free with thousands of prizes up for grabs. Daily. Grosvenor. It's entertainment time.
I'm an idea man. So I enlisted a team of folks to restore my cars in ways that are less harmful to the planet.
Oh, wow.
I can't leave it alone.
Sorry, dude, it's a hybrid.
Brand new Downey's Dream Cars.
Buckle the hell up.
A new episode every week. Stream now on Discovery Plus.
Here's a shot into deep right field. Back at the wall. Ichiro hits it off the wall. It takes a weird carom, and Ichiro may circle the bases. In to score is Roberts. Here comes Ichiro. Inside the park home run.
Inside the park home run.
Well, kind of like Willie Mays, it's like the All-Star game was made for Ichiro. A great moment back in 2007 in San Francisco. The bricks out there gave it a weird carom, and Ichiro was off and running.
Ironically, he hit it over King Griffey Jr.'s head in right field when Jr. is playing for the Cincinnati Reds. It's the only inside the park home run hit in an All-Star game, and Ichiro has that distinction.
We've only had one Grand Slam in All-Star game history. Who knows? Maybe we can make some more history tonight. Mitch Keller, second pitcher for the National League. Really
Second pitcher for the Nationals.
The guy who's turned his career around, the young right-hander for the Pittsburgh Pirates, who are having an excellent season.
Yeah, they got off to a great start, and they were doing it on the strength of their pitching early on as Keller. Last time out, he took a no-hitter into the sixth.
First pitch swing, Corey Seager, a little soft liner. Nolan Arenado was right there to make the catch. One pitch, one out. Mitch, it's just that easy in the All-Star game.
Yeah, and here's his pitch arsenal. He throws a lot of fastballs. Four-seamer, cutter, and sinker. Those are all fastballs. He has gotten into that sweeper mode. He's throwing the sweeper often and had a lot of success with that.
The sweeper, that's been part of the story of this baseball. I don't know that I ever called it a sweeper before this year.
No, I never did either, you know.
That one hit well. Yandy Diaz to deep left. Gone!
Yandy Diaz.
First-time All-Star.
Come on.
And tomorrow morning has now gone deep in the All-Star game to put the American League ahead 1-0.
I'll tell you what, there is a baseball god. He knows Diaz is going home after this game, and you can see him rocking the baby because he's going to have a baby tomorrow, his first child. He'll go back to St. Pete. His wife was there. He came here this morning at 11. And how fitting is that? If a guy that's going to be at bat tomorrow hits a home run in the All-Star game, his first at bat in an All-Star game, and he goes deep.
That's amazing. I mean, literally, when he comes out of the game tonight, he's going to the airport to get on an airplane, and his wife is going to be induced tomorrow morning to have their first kid. But they had to wait an extra day so Yandy could play in this game, and now he's hit a home run.
You know, he's had such a good season, and he's hitting home runs. He's got 13 homers, just one shy of his career high. The American League has now homered in 9 straight games. That ties the
American League has homered in 9 straight games.
He's always been regarded as an on-base guy, swinging the bat, going the other way. The Rays signed him to a multi-year contract, and that kind of freed him up. And all of a sudden, he has turned that bat loose, and the home runs have come for him.
Dolis Garcia, the hitter, in a 1-2
Dolis Garcia, the hitter.
Against Mitch Keller. So that's out number 2.
That's out number 2.
He's already made his impact on this game with a great catch. Literally the first hitter of the night.
Jan Matola, the hitting coach for the Rays, asked Yandy, he said, I want you to give me 5 swings a day and try to hit the roof, trying to get him to lift the ball a little bit more, and the home runs have come for him. He's a big, strong guy, but he's always been a right field first hitter. Now he's thinking more often about pulling the ball.
So 2 down, bases empty, and the Orioles outfielder Austin Hayes.
Austin Hayes up to bat.
Trout's place in the starting lineup. What an honor for Austin Hayes, who's playing in an all-star game for the first time. Keller's 1-1 pitch.
Keller's 1-1
Hayes is
pitch.
primarily a corner outfielder for the Orioles, but he has played a little bit in center field, and he gets the starting nod here because of the injury to Mike Trout.
Both managers a little short on pure center fielders in this game. Ground ball and stylishly played by Luis Arraez. But Yandy Diaz going to be a dad tomorrow. What a week for Yandy. Goes deep to put the American League ahead. We'll go to the third. It's 1-0.
Yazoo, shake it off.
In life, you win some, and you lose some. 7 of hearts.
Checkmate.
Mr. Q have over 900 of the best slot and casino games. So, win or lose, you'll have some jolly good fun. And all winnings are paid in cash.
For no-nonsense fun, head to MrQ.com.
Whether you're gearing up for a night away or winding down after one, rest easy with our choice of rooms. Only available at PremierInn.com.
Megan, allow me to pick up where I left off. Maybe this one.
That's gonna be a long game, folks. I can tell you this much already.
Patrick, you know you're not going to be able to watch it all.
Well, I know that.
And remember, on Thursday, you got to take Jack over to the UPS store.
Yes.
So don't volunteer to go to work on Thursday. You're supposed to do that tomorrow.
Well, I know that.
So why did you say yes to go to work?
I explained tomorrow.
Why?
Because.
Explain now.
I don't want to have to explain.
Well, I want you to explain to me. Oh!
Sandy Gray. In fact, the Twins have 2 starting pitchers here in this All-Star game. Pablo Lopez as well. Gray made 18 starts in the first half. Very good ERA, and it would be much better had he not given up 6 runs in his last start. But one thing he's done, he's kept the ball in the ballpark, allowed just 3 home runs all season long. His 3rd All-Star selection, and he's on to work the 3rd inning here against the National League.
And it's a big moment for him because even though he's been on 2 previous All-Star teams, this is his first time actually pitching in an All-Star game. So he's got the adrenaline pumping, I'm sure. And the first hitter that he faces is Orlando Arcia, the shortstop for the Braves.
Orlando Arcia.
First time All-Star Orlando Arcia. No Dansby Swanson. He moves on as a free agent. The Braves replace him with a guy who's here in Seattle. Amazing. Sonny Gray Gray's 1-1 pitch.
Sonny Gray's 1-1 pitch.
Gray's one of those guys that's
Foul.
really overpowering. His fastball will average about 92 miles an hour, but he has a wide assortment of pitches. And as we mentioned, he's done a great job of keeping the ball in the ballpark, just giving up 3 home runs all season long.
I think in this era, 3 home runs, 100 innings pitched is
Terrific.
really impressive.
And he will throw cutter, throw sweeper from time to time. He's got a sinker and a straight changeup. Came into the league back in 2013 as a 23-year-old with the Oakland A's.
One of those former A's playing in this game. On the ground for Marcia.
On the ground, Marcia. Out number 1. Come on in. We got 5 freaking likes on this.
If I were Yandy, I think I would have just said, okay, I hit my home run for you, I'm going. Time to be a dad.
Absolutely. I mean, you can't improve on that, can you? 1 for 1 with a home run, give the American League the lead, say, hey, Dusty, I'm out of here.
I'm glad he stayed. Here's Acuna, who almost went deep to start the game.
Yeah, but got robbed.
Ball in right field, it was caught. He's healthy again, and it's obvious that he is. He blew out his knee in April of 2021. He did come back last year and played well.
Hang on, folks.
Season in the big leagues.
Swings through that fastball.
He's got a very
Swings through that fastball.
He hits the ball up in the zone very well. He handles the breaking ball. You can see what he has done. First player with 20 or more home runs and 40 steals. Plus 50 RBIs before the break.
Plus 50 RBIs before the break.
He strikes out here, though.
Strikes out here, though.
Cutter from Sonny Gray.
Sonny Gray had a little hesitation in his delivery right
Done!
He kind of got up there and paused a bit. It really disrupted the timing of Acuna. Right there was a little pause, and then drops that slider on him and strikes out Acuna. So Ronald was robbed of a base hit his first time up and punches on here the second time.
I don't know if in the modern era, if Johnny Cueto gets credit for that or what, but you're seeing more pitchers use those little timing mechanisms, some pauses, maybe not the full Cueto shimmy, but I think we see more pitchers do that now than we have.
Yeah, and you know what? Some of the Japanese pitchers that have come over here have that pause and gather as they come into that wind-up delivery.
1-1 to Freddie Freeman, who's getting to catch up with a lot of his old Braves teammates here in Seattle. Now the first baseman for the Dodgers. Freeman, Betts, and Martinez, 2, 3, 4 hitters in this National League lineup.
Damn right.
Dodgers players. Steve Garvey and Gil Hodges.
There is the link to the primary channel, folks. The Shady Lane Homes LLC YouTube channel.
Yeah, Garvey was a very
Right there.
consistent all-star in his playing days. Big, powerful guy, teammate of Dusty Baker's. Dodgers had those 430 home run players in 1977.
3-1, Freeman swings right through it.
Garvey hit 33 home runs. Reggie Smith hit 32. Ron Say hit 30. And Dusty Baker hit his 30th on the last day of the season against James Rodney Richards.
Good style.
Freeman.
Topper foul.
Topper foul.
Freddie Freeman played for Canada in the WBC. His mom was Canadian, and he's always honored her memory. And he takes a lot of pride in helping the young Canadians handle that emotional atmosphere.
Yeah.
Of the WBC.
And their team was more competitive than ever. One thing we've seen over the history of the WBC, it's not a long history, but a lot of countries like Canada have become more and more competitive. Freddie Freeman draws the 2-out walk. I think it was an incredible springboard into this season.
No question about it. The atmosphere we had in Phoenix with Canada, USA, Mexico, Colombia, Great Britain. What was
Yeah.
they put on for a first time team? They qualified for the next WBC.
The Miami Betts swings and misses. All the
Swings
way
and
to the
misses.
Pitch. of the champions.
Hey, if you are new and watching and just
Against Mike Trout.
searching around and YouTube pops it out to you, drop in here and hit that like button and say where you're from,
One to Mookie taking his second
what team you're for, or what team you do like.
Possible that for Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman, Acuna,
We don't care.
these are their last
As long as you're a sports fan, like sports or interested in it, that's what we do here on this channel.
Well, I've never done it for sure.
Another pitching change coming up here after this inning.
Where you put players, we talked to both managers about their lineup construction, and you've got a lot of choices.
Hard to go wrong with Mookie Betts no matter where you put it.
Damn right.
A remarkable year. Not just with the bat hitting for so much power, but also what he's doing defensively. He strikes out here, though, on a
When he strikes out here, though,
He's played a lot of shortstop for the Dodgers. They're like, yeah, sure, I could play big league shortstop. Why not? Midway through three, American 1, Nationals nothing.
The search is easing up for the people who make football better. People like Sally Butler.
It's really as mum's on the pitch.
Joshua Gray replaces Mitch Keller, so that means
Bringing women's football to a
they used 1, 2, 3 All-Stars. No. 1, 2, 3. Both teams have used 3 All-Stars, pitchers so far. And that's a bullpen right now.
The new Range Rover Velar, designed to intrigue.
That's on the bench right now.
Simba, we've re-engineered the mattress with 10 new delivering the perfect sleep.
Anybody new here for the first time?
Life can be better. Crunchy nuts, the trouble is
Immerse yourself at the heart of the peloton with our unparalleled coverage. Feel the full effect of the Tour de France with every stage live and on demand on Discovery Plus.
Great pregame ceremonies with the flyover during the anthems. Beautiful scene, just a gorgeous summertime evening in Seattle. And the first 2 hitters of the game, we had catches at the wall. We got a soon-to-be dad hitting home runs. Now we see Josiah Gray, the Nationals All-Star representative, right-hander, in to pitch the 3rd pitcher of the night for the National League.
Hang on, folks. I can
faces the rookie 3rd baseman Josh.
put you on mute temporarily.
So 2 young guys playing in their first
Hang on, folks. Just give me 1 minute. Oh, I got it back, folks.
Second season and his first All-Star game.
Yeah, adrenaline running through his body. Getting a pitch at home. What a feeling. Nobody hits his high foul four-seam fastball.
Yeah.
So just a big mistake to Jimmy Martinez.
God damn it.
Four-seam fastball.
Because I'm not showing it and I'm doing like how I'm doing, YouTube will allow it.
He prides himself in that area and prides himself by pitching as deep as he can. The Seattle Mariners are now right back in the playoff pitch.
Breaking ball is one over third and a base hit for Martinez, who's 2 for 2. Eyes ready second with a leadoff double. National League has the top line scoring position.
Just classic going from breaking ball to throwing those fastballs that he couldn't see. J.D. Martinez, one of the best in the game at adjusting in the strike zone and making the adjustments. He gets a hanging breaking ball, but he hadn't even thought about catching up to his fastball. And roped it down the line.
National League has 3 hits. Martinez has 2 of them.
Here's a guy who can hit first pitch fastball. He'll be coming out
Yeah.
of his shoes. He moves his feet when he's hitting.
Come on in, folks.
He's going on out of contact his first time. And yeah, he's a fastball, but up there, they're just not going to hit it. It takes a rare breed of a hitter to hit 99 upstairs with that four-seam fastball.
Kirby 0-1.
And to a hitter, it looks good, right? I mean, the hitters that are trying to elevate the ball, they're trying to hit it out of the ballpark, that pitch they're never going to hit, especially at that velocity. So when you're amped up like he is right now.
Yeah, 1-0 AL over the NL. New shortstop, which is Bo Bichette, which is fouled back. Another 0-2 from who's pitching?
That's the downside of your first experience when you're trying to do secondary stuff.
Cubby to Murphy. Well,
and so 2 of them he hasn't had the downward tilt that he's normally used to seeing. This great right-hander from Seattle.
That's 2 strikes on Martinez. Couldn't put him away. 2 strikes on Otto. Bouncing ball, Josh number 4. The first time.
Oh, that answers my question.
This guy right here is going to help shape and change the way baseball is viewed in the future by creating a little bit more contact in the game with the rule changes, no shifts.
Base hit.
He's just special, and he is a big reason why the Miami offense and the talk of Miami being relevant. This guy just doesn't have to rethrow it up. He gets on top of it. See how long the barrel stays in the bat or in the zone. He just doesn't overswing. And the exit velocity is not real sexy. He gets to look sexy. 390, 385. That's real sexy. So all tied up here before John Murphy comes up first pitch.
It's been 43 years since anybody hit 380 in a full season. George Bragg hit 390 in 1986.
In fairness, when they change because of velocity on the mound, they try to hit more homers to get the easier way to get a run on the board.
Liner in center field by Murphy. Back goes Garcia. He's on the trap. He's at the excellent catch of the game.
There are the umpires for you, folks. God damn it. Where am I here? Be right back, folks. Peace, folks. I'm gonna head out. Have a good night. It's a good stream. Heal the umps. Yeah. I believe you. Who wins after this? But yeah. It's 1-0. No, tied up 1-1. Alex Cobb replaces Josh Gray. Yeah. So yeah, tied up 1-1 at the top of 5. So yeah, peace. I dropped a link to the website. Go check it out.